greatest batsman of the era, Sunil Gavaskar, opening with the big hitting Chris Srikanth. But by the end of the day, all would be household names across India. The West Indies boasted an absolutely formidable lineup. Greenwich, Haynes, Richards, Lloyd, and the fearsome pace of Marshall, Roberts, Garner and Holding. In those days, the World Cup was 60 overs a side.
A lot of the people in this ground as he disappears into the pavilion with his runner, Desmond Haynes. And so the Indians now really are in with a great chance of turning the tables in this World Cup. There it is again. Big drive straight to India's captain, Kapil Dev, and from that moment on he had a lot of company because the Indians came from everywhere. Still plenty of overs for West Indies, but not all that many wickets. Martin Lal, who is the destroyer at the moment. Three for 19 from 5.1 overs and 2 maidens, Martin Lal. Kapil Dev none for 14, Sandhu 1 for 18, the wicket of Viv Richards, and Binny 1 for 9. It looks a very nervous stroke. Field change is coming in. Kapil Dev is marshalling his men and attacking. He has a short forward square leg in for Fade Backus. One slip. And the former captain Gavaskar slip is exhorting the men, thumping fist into hand, saying, "Come on, get stuck into it." Kapil Dev is waving them on at point. 33 to 1 outsiders they were, and here they have the champions reeling at 67 for 5. Outside edge. Jeffrey Dujon is 5, and number 8 batsman Malcolm Marshall is also 5. Watching Roger Binney, and there's the state of the West Indies scorecard. 5 wickets have fallen within the space of 26 runs. That'll be tight. That's shy and oh so close, and panic on the Indian side, panic on the West Indian side too. So West Indies need 98 more runs to win the match, off 29.1 overs, just over 3 runs per over required.
Certainly a little question of panic setting in out there. That was a suicidal run.
It looked as a deflection. The ball veered away after it passed the bat. Now Roger Binney looks absolutely set, but he's alone in that.
And a superb delivery this. Slanting in, and look at the way that bounced and lifted and left Marshall.
Could easily have been in trouble there.
All the ones on the board, 111 for 6 after 37 overs. Running well to ball. Nicely wide mid-on. And Geoffrey Dujon, who had quite a nervous start, has been growing in confidence the whole time. Moves on to 21 now. Originally in this West Indies side as a batsman who could keep wicket, but his wicket keeping's improved with experience. He's made 100 in Test cricket. I must say, the One India batsman earlier in the day who looked very sound and solid and very good form. But, delivery from Holding. Being a little bit for pace, came back sufficient, find that little gap between bat and pad. Here's another man, will it away and drop it on. With 19 to go. 119 for 7, the split greets him. And Amarnath down. In and cuts it around. Hear that one come back uphill.
Yes, a very gentle medium pace, but there's no doubt that one moved quite sharply up the hill and bounced a bit as well. Well over the top of the pad roll.
Just making some adjustments to the field. Disposing with 1 or 2 men on the leg side boundary. The captain himself comes over the offside. Gavaskar will go back to slip.
If they happen to win this match, there might be a little bit of noise when they land back home in India as well.
.61 wanted. 17 overs to go. Still anybody's game. Amarnath, Peter Roberts. And they were very quick to see the single there. once again about following through too close to the actual play area there. As he still feels safe with the man back on the boundary. Has been quite outstanding in the field. Indians have fielded very well. The influence of Kapil Dev in this Prudential Cup, much in evidence. Nearly somebody else got out to a near wide. So Bacchus chased one, which on the edge must have been given a wide.
Not quite so wide, but it certainly moved down the hill off the seam.
Marshall there, in the end, quite disgusted with himself, shaking his head. Flags flies, big bird Joel Garner comes out. There, who really is the strike bowler. It's the one pace bowler here without a wicket. And Netta Roberts. A lot of India's success has been due to the captaincy of Kapil Dev and the spirit he's managed to get out of these Indian cricketers who's kept them on their toes here. Sat out there since some of them almost the early hours this morning, the ground by 10 o'clock. And possibly the most remarkable feature so far of this match, the top score is 38. That was made by the Indian opener. It's picked up to 4 and over. The important thing for India is that there's only team a great task with this very strong West Indies batting side. That apart from Richards, very little form from them. And they stand in a fairly helpless position now, 56 wanted. Last 2 at the wicket. In anticipation on that Indian balcony.
Get a few more on now, Jim, and it could fall into the members.
Garner first, Kapil left the bowl. Gives him a little bit of his own treatment now. But Joel Garner's the man to play lifting ball, I suppose. Shout, and he very nearly gave him out, I think, there. I thought for a minute that that finger was going to go up, and in a second he changed his mind.
My goodness me, that looked a bit close.
Yes, I don't think you get many closer than that. Almost deserted the West Indian ones. Wide. 10 wide in this 131 total. And I wonder if Harold Bird is going to protect the stump. Sort of doubt it. I think he'll be on his block. Off very quickly. Joel covered that 22 yards at 6 strides. It's a single. It's over 4 over now. For 7 over there. Could quite easily have been 3 for 7. Still not late on, some movement off the pitch. Just looking at those two, Michael Holden is very substantially built, very tall. It's almost a dwarf beside Garner. 133 for 9. 51 wanted off 12 overs. Deciding to keep an over up sleeve, comes off after 11 overs. Brings back Carmichael Lowell, who's just got an over left. 3 for 30 figures. And 2 for runs let on today. And chipped with 3 very good wickets. Bird on that square leg, with that familiar white cap way down over his eyes. Settles himself, and Lowell will go to hold him. Keep picking up the ones. Must be a great temptation to these 2-11 batsmen. Both like to swing back. Absolutely frightened enough to try it and get out. Typical little flourish. Nicely taken by Kimani. Well, to complete a stint. That's his work finished for the day, and successful it's been. 12 overs, 2 maidens, 3 for 31. Wickets he took, Haynes, Richards, Williams. Sandhu accounted for Greenwich very early on. Bowled their ball, to never played a shot at. Picking up backers from quite a wide delivery. 2 to Amarnath. So exactly 50 needed by West Indies. So it's picked up there to over 4.5 runs an over. Amarnath reeling in from the nursery. Asking for the LBW. Refusal from Umpire Bird. Just the non-slip. 4 men in a position to the single. So you get the insurance of 2 or 3 and out. Once we're stopped. Appreciated the spectators on that balcony. Just a little flip, brings in a comfortable single.
The end of Roger Binney's over. 36 now for 9. Holdings on 3. And Garner on 4. These two looking relatively comfortable out there at the moment. But the task increasingly difficult. 5 and over. And there they need 48 off 5.3.
And all the time that run rate increasing. 5.330. Again. Work that one round with a bit of right hand. Long on, deep square. Inside to greet those lads as they cut the steps.
victory. This has been Fringer. Perhaps one of the great victories of all time in terms of cricket. Rank outsiders when the Prudential Cup started. Managed to get themselves into the semi-final. Beat England as the underdog in that match. And here they are now at Lords, having won the Prudential World Cup. And aren't their fans happy? It really is a magnificent sight, this Lords. And there must be some very, very happy Indian cricketers. And this is the one that clinched it for him. That war staying down, Michael Holding, Plum LBW.
There is absolutely no doubt about that decision. Not the middle sunk flat. And they all know it. And the scuffle's going mad up there. The champagne's flying. And one of the greatest upsets of so many years. But how thoroughly well deserved it's been. And they'll be going mad in Bombay, Delhi and Calcutta tonight. And from all of us in England to anybody still watching anywhere in India, congratulations. And that's how West Indies finally cuts to 140, and who would believe it with the strength of that batting lineup. Greenidge falling earlier to Sandhu. Richards looking good. Seemed that he was on a storm away, but Kapil there took a marvellous catch. Beautifully judged at deep mid-wicket off Mudden Low to see the end of Richards. And I don't think he's an Indian supporter. Those celebrations could go on for a very long time, one feels. And there's the poor West Indian. But he can't complain. Getting some consolation. West Indies have had an enormous run of success in this competition.
Kept there, the captain taking 1 for 21, very tidy figures those. Sandhu 2 for 32, Madden Lal, tremendous figures there, 3 for 31. Roger Binney 1 for 23, Amarnath 2, bowling magnificently, 3 wickets for 12, and Kirti Azad contributing just 7 runs to the West Indian total.
So there we are. India 183 all out of 54.4 overs. West Indies reduced to 140 of 52 overs. India win this Prudential Cup by the margin of 43 runs. And the crowd there in front consistently calling for Kapil Dev. What a marvellous difference he's made to this side. To go the captain. And it's going to be some little time before the presentation takes place on field. Kapil Kariki. Well, Ben Richards in amongst them all. And Vince going around the whole team, congratulating them all in turn. Well, I suppose England and Australia will say, well, the side that beat us and won the cup. Well, we've seen the West Indies rejoice a couple of times running at this final, and now it's the turn of the Indians. Who knows? England or Australia might win it one day.
And there it is, the coveted Prudential World Cup.
And Lloyd limping along. West England boys already up there for something of a change, and we see the runners up awards. And here's the hero of the hour. Oh, smartly applied with the sweaters and the blazers. Another shot of the balcony at Lords, in the main pavilion, of course, on the top deck. Another magnificent finale for them.
Sri Kant there, of course, making a big contribution. His innings at 38. Was vitally important. Very low scoring amidst this, and Sri Kant is another note. Certainly made his contribution.
Difficult decision up there for Mike Brearley to get his man of the match. Won't be an easy decision to make. Lord Carr, the chairman of the Prudential Assurance Company, making his way along. Presentation about to be taking place here. It's taken 15-20 minutes for these players to get through all the celebrations in the dressing room and up the steps onto this high balcony here at Lords. Nice check there of £20,000 goes to the Indian team. One by one, the players will come along to receive their souvenir medals. There's Sunil Gavaskar, first to receive his just about in batting order. And Aminath, what a marvellous series he's had. Marshall Sharma will be the next. With those valuable runs at Old Trafford. Sandeep Patil, undefeated 50 to see them through to this final. Azad, off spinner, who's played his part very nobly. Jabini. There's a popular little figure of Kamane, the wicketkeeper. Lovely little man. Most valuable contribution, particularly today. 3 vital wickets. Chester, these are the ones who didn't play as much, but they also pick up their medals. But no doubt there's the man of the day, the man of the moment. And the Indian monitor finally nipping in for a little souvenir medal. Side, kept them on their toes. Man of the match award, Mahinder Armanath, for the second time running, elected it in the semi-final.
It has been a quite tremendous day and a slick day for Indian cricket. It must be the proudest day in your cricketing life.
That's right. I'm very happy. I'm happy what my team done here today.
Now, looking at you back home from Bombay to Calcutta, what do you want to say to all your countrymen beyond be happy?
Come here. We want to come here again next time with the same spirit, and we should do it next time as well.
Clive, as losing captain, what is your reaction to what has been an unexpected and absorbing contest?
Yeah, a lot of people might think so, but I thought that they played very well. We didn't back us. We bowled pretty well. I mean, if you restrict the side to 184, you expect to be there or thereabouts. But you know, we didn't bat well at all.
The innings with so many ups and downs, whether it looked as if Viv Richards was going to take it away from you, about 50 for 1, and he was going like a tank, wasn't he, Captain?
Yeah, I think he went too fast, and we were happy when he was playing too fast, and we were thinking he can give us a wicket any time if he keep on playing like that, because he wasn't playing for 60 overs, he was playing for 30 over game. Right. So a target wasn't good enough to fight, but we were just looking for a couple of wickets to come back to the game.
And you needed a couple of wickets when Dujon and Marshall had this long stand. They came back well for you, Clark.
Yeah, well, but it shouldn't have had to be that late, really. I mean, we played some business shots, you know, early on in the innings. I agreed with Captain, where he said that we thought we had finished it just before tea or something like that. Then we had 60 overs to bat.
I'm sorry that your personal bet day has been an unhappy one, a recurrence of the old groin.
Yes, it's got even worse. When I started off with a run, when I was feeling it was quite all right. But then just to start off with a run, I couldn't move. I was very restricted. So.
Capel, would you like to say a word about the way your players supported you, the fielding, the wicket keeping, the bowling, and then we'll come to the man of the match in a moment.
I think tremendous team spirit we have, and we played like winners throughout the game, throughout the series. Everybody fight for their life, and they said, we will do it.
And you must both be in agreement that the man of the match should be none other than Mohinder Amarnath. Well played.
Thanks, Peter.
Everybody was so impressed with the way you played the fast bowling when you were batting, and then of course these two crucial wickets. What do you want to say about the day?
Actually, you know, that was the time we wanted a breakthrough, and when I got the first one, I think it was very good for the team, because like Andy and Michael before, and the wicket was sitting about. So then Marshall got out, so we were very much in the game at that time.
Is your father over here, or will he be looking at you?
No, I think he's very much at home, so he must have been watching on the TV over there.
The great name of Amarnath. Clive, is it really true, as been reported in the papers this morning, that you are seriously thinking of giving up the captaincy of West Indies? This might be your last big occasion.
Well, that's it. I have decided that, yeah.
You have decided to stand down?
Yeah, I don't think I will continue that. That was my main thought. I think it's about time somebody takes over anyway. I mean, I've had a good run. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. We have a couple of new young players, and I think now's the time to...
Your form is unimpaired. You keep going marvellously well. Father figure. You're going to go on playing if they want you, are you?
Yes, I suppose, but not for too long, really. I must...
Thanks, Clive. Capel, what is going to happen in the Indian party tonight? Big celebration for you both?
Well, the occasion they'll never come like so easy. Yes, we are going to celebrate. Drinks on the house, you can join us.
Thanks very much indeed.
Welcome.
Well played, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephen. Well done, lad. Well done, Jim.
So as these presentations continue for a minute or two, let's finish with the face of the happiest man on the whole of the Indian continent. Kapil Dev, the victorious captain of this India side, and there's the Prudential Cup.